Hey everybody, so I thought I would do that Q&A for you. I asked you guys to ask me some questions on my Instagram, so let me go through the questions. So the first one that I have here is what do you regret in life? So this is quite an easy thing for me. Everyone's going to say, oh, I try not to regret things, and I think at the end of the day a lot of people do. It doesn't mean that you can't learn something from it, but I certainly regret the way I behaved at college. So I was always a straight A student. I was sports captain, I was prefect, I was, everything that you wanted your kid to be, and I was the one that was expected to do really well at A level, go to university, all of that kind of stuff. It didn't happen. I got to college, fell into, I don't think like mentally maybe I was particularly well, but I completely went off the rails. I'm not gonna lie, I was partying my arse off basically, destroyed any chance that I had, completely of my own accord. That light is coming in now, I knew this would happen. I apologise for the patterning that's going on my face now because I have net curtains. That might look bizarre, but this is what we're dealing with. So yeah, completely of my own accord, I destroyed any chance that I had of getting really good grades. Dropped out and went straight to work. But I was sneaking out the house, I was, horrible to my parents, I was probably a nightmare to live with, and I'm really embarrassed of my behaviour, and I'm gutted that I didn't finish my A-levels. So that probably would be my one regret. April Rose, how much do you want to meet me and get baby cuddles finally? Yeah, a lot. How did you meet your boyfriend and start dating? So I actually did tell this story in my last video, but I will give you the brief kind of, oh my god, I'm getting a numb bum sitting like this as well. So the brief kind of summary is that we met at a wedding. So I don't know if you guys know Ed Stafford, the explorer. I'll leave his links down below. He's kind of like Bear Grylls, but way cooler. He is one of my best friend's husband. And I was at their wedding. I was bridesmaid. I did her hair and makeup as well for the day. He's a lovely man. They're a lovely couple. Laura had dated my boyfriend Ryan, I don't know, when she was like 20 or something, 20, 21. So this was like, I don't know, going back 3 or 4 years ago. They kind of stayed in touch. It was like literally like almost like, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks or something, quite casual. And he was moving down from Glasgow to London for work because he works for Virgin. He's a flight attendant, so he lives near Gatwick Airport now because he didn't want to commute. So she'd been trying to set us up for ages, and I really wasn't having any of it. I was still living with my ex at the time. And I just wasn't sure whether I wanted to get into anything, and I wasn't that keen. But we did have a phone conversation. I was then meant to like call him to meet up, and I never did. Didn't see him until the wedding, where I asked quite tipsily the night he arrived, when he wasn't very tipsy, and I was, as was the rest of the household, if I could kiss him. And I'm not like that at all. I'm never the one to make the first move or anything, but I was like, oh, actually you're really quite nice, and I love your accent and all of that kind of stuff. And he rejected me, and I'm not talking like horribly, like I said that in the last video. When I say rejected me, it's like, oh my god, I was so embarrassed. It was not even funny. But he rejected me in the sense of like, I think what he actually said was, I don't know whether this is booze talking or not, so if you feel the same way tomorrow, then I'll kiss you. Which of course he did, as you will know from the rest of my story. I was still hideously embarrassed the next day, and he came in topless looking for a hairdryer, and I almost died. But we ended up having a bit of a snog in the basement of Laura and Ed's house in the dark, and have been inseparable ever since. And just over a year later, we are still together. We absolutely adore each other, and I want to spend the rest of my life with him. So yeah, I'm sure, I feel really cringe now, sorry. I will probably have him on the channel if you would like me to at some stage. He said he would do a boyfriend tag or something like that. So that might be nice. And hopefully you lot can understand him, because everyone seems to struggle with his accent apart from me. But I just like it when he says curly whirly burger, because they all roll their R's and it just sounds really funny. Anyway, moving on. How do you keep your hair so healthy? I am really bad for washing it every day actually, but I use shampoos that are really moisturising. I use a mask or 2 different masks a couple of times a week. I really love the Aussie 3 Miracle like reconstructor. I use a lot of argan oil on the ends, or a cheaper version of that you could use coconut oil that you use for cooking. I will sleep with that in my hair once a week, like overnight. So many things to keep your hair healthy, and you know that because of my job I have it, it's colour treated because my natural hair is like way lighter than this. And also obviously I have it back combed, and then it's brushed out, and then it's heat, and then it's tongued, and it's straightened. So it gets trashed when I go to work. I always use a heat protector on it when I'm blow drying it, and if I'm not blow drying it because I'm not going anywhere, then I will let it air dry, and that's also really important. So yeah, if you would like a specific what kind of stuff I'm doing with my hair right now video, then let me know, because I'm so in the mood for filming this week. And yeah, I think I filmed 3 today, so I'm going to schedule them so that they're more regular, because that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, if you want a hair routine, then let me know. Why is your brother so great? Alex, that's so annoying. So, my brother is such a douche. I love him to bits. He's 15 months younger than me, so he's 23, and he is hilarious. Why is your brother so great? What a knob. Introduce your pets in videos. So that should have been my last video, or maybe it'll come after this one, not entirely sure yet. Current what's in my bag. Okay, these are more like video requests. Family inspirations like your dad. Planning system notebook. Okay, so there's quite a lot there. Family inspirations. I mean, I get on really well with my parents. I have been a nightmare in the past, and I would say they are a nightmare sometimes, you know. But yeah, family inspiration. I mean, all of my family is really cool. I don't really know what to say about that. I think I've grown up in a very good, very together, very close environment with lots of good influence around me. You know, my parents have always sort of strived to do the best in the field that they work in. My dad's very interested in psychology, fitness and stuff. My mum is a very emotionally intelligent person, really good at sort of people managing, and very empathetic, and a really good person. And a lot of people at her work and in her personal life will sort of come to her if they're not sure about things or they need someone to talk to. She's just absolutely brilliant in that way. She's such like a kind and gentle person. She's a really good person. You know, same with my dad, but he's just, I don't know, he's very intellectual. You know, we joke that he's the fountain of all knowledge. Very into his history. I like the fact he's into his fitness. That both my parents have always been really encouraging. Apart from with the weird pets that I own, they're not keen, and I'm like, I really would like a leopard gecko for Christmas. They're not having it, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah, I don't know, my auntie is a textile designer. She specialises in knitwear. She taught me to crochet, not that I can probably do it anymore. She's very creative, so she's an inspiration in that way. Planning system notebooks. I'm very good at starting things. I'm going to level with you here. I am really good at starting things. As me and my dad were discussing the questions yesterday in the kitchen, I was like, I'm going to do this video. And he was like, oh, maybe you could say that you're really good at starting, but you're not very consistent. And I was like, probably I have to, because I'm not going to lie to you lot. But he thought it was quite amusing. You know, we're all human. We're all a work in progress, as he said yesterday. I've stolen that, but I have at least told you where I stole it from. I have loads of notebooks. I start loads of food diaries. I start loads of work diaries, so I know what, because there's a delay, like how models get paid is totally different. Like clients pay the agency and they have up to 90 days to do that, and then the agency pays you. So I could do a job and then not get paid for that specific job, you know, 4 weeks later or 90 days later. And so I started keeping a diary of my jobs and what each one was going to pay, so that I knew what day I did it on, so I knew when I could maybe pester the agency, to pester the clients, so I get paid, all that kind of stuff. I start these things and I'm never consistent. I will try and try and try, and I will continue to try, and I will continue to buy notebooks pointlessly, and then, you know, get 5 pages in and then go, oh, I missed a day and now I can't remember. Do you know what I mean? I'm that kind of person. I love stationery. I love the idea of organisation. I'm going to continue to use the excuse that I'm not in my own house, and when me and Ryan move in together, I will be the neatest, most, I don't know, organised, Filofax, complete nutcase that you have ever seen. And I will continue to vouch for that and use that as my excuse, because me and Ryan have not moved in together. I have never had my own space, like not sharing with someone that, you know, was a boyfriend or whatever, and had my own house and moved in fresh somewhere where I design everything and I buy furniture and all that kind of stuff. So no one can prove me wrong at this point. So yeah, I'm really good at starting things and I'm not very good at completing them. I would recommend you keep a diary, especially if you're self-employed. I recommend that you all stay on top of your taxes. I'm really bad at doing my accounts, all of that kind of stuff. I'm really good at starting things. I have a bunch of ideas. I'm just not very good at executing them consistently. So that is the honest truth. Do you have a bucket list? And if so, what are some of the things on your list? I'm going to say, like, the typical, like, life aspirations for me are not necessarily bucket things, but I really want to be a mum. I really, really want to be a mum. Ryan is like, it's a running joke with all of my friends and my boyfriend, don't steal that child. I'm not that bad, I swear. I'm not actually a psycho. But I am the one out of all of my friends, you know, some of them have children now. 2 of my friends now have children of their own. I'm just obsessed. I love children. I can't wait to see Ryan with children. He's really good with babies. I'm really broody. And that's the only thing, as I said, I think in my previous Q&A, that I've ever known that I definitely want to do. And, you know, and all the other things like get engaged, get married, you know, live with my boyfriend, have a nice little family house, have a dog. That's another one. I would love to have a dog. Never had a dog. We've always had cats. Obviously now I've got a lizard. But yeah, so those are kind of like the typical get married, have babies, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, like I've skydived already. That was kind of only, I would love to go to Bali. I want to do some more sort of travelling and travel to interesting places and do some nice beachy holidays. I'd love to go to the Maldives again. I'd like to maybe do like a half marathon or something. That would be quite cool. I definitely want to do Tough Mudder again. That's on my bucket list. I'd like to sort of do it where I do it maybe like all around the country one season, but I'm not as fit as I used to be. Yeah, I don't know really. That's kind of, that's cool. Like, it's not very interesting, is it? I guess just mainly like travelling and stuff really. I would love to have like a whole reptile room. That's on my bucket list for sure. I need to learn to drive before I pop my clogs. Obviously, I'm 24, I still don't drive. I've never put in for a test. I've had 2 cars already. Don't ask. I'm a fail. Yeah, I don't know really, just lots of travelling I think. Lots of travelling and new experiences with friends and the boyf. Do you have any new hobbies? I guess you could say I've always had an interest in reptiles, but it hasn't really become a hobby until now. I'm like obsessed. I will watch videos, I'm learning about them constantly, I'm deciding what I'll get when I move out. You know, quite fancy corn snakes, I have a real interest in like mantids and like different kinds of stick insects and stuff. Other than that, no new hobbies, and I don't know whether you would call that a hobby or like an interest. It's the same thing. But I only have one reptile, so also that doesn't, I don't know. I'm obsessed though, I'm obsessed. Julia, I don't know how you say that, Soz. But you said please call my name in your video, so I'm really sorry that I've done that really badly. What's my favourite makeup brand? Excuse me. I would say, I think it's got to be MAC, to be honest. I know that that's, I really love actually Estee Lauder and MAC and Makeup Geek for their powder products. MAC just because of the array of products, the quality of products, and the fact that you can get mostly anything in any finish in any colour. You know, I'm not saying that they're, you know, some of their eyeshadows are shockingly awful. Like, it's a bit patchy here and there with, you know, how good things are, but the majority of things across the board in most colours, you know, are available, and I just think it's all in one place, it's good quality, and I think the choice is brilliant. Makeup Geek for their powder products, because they are absolutely fantastic in my opinion. I know some people think they're overhyped and they kick up a lot, but they will do because they blend nicely and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And what drives and motivates you in life? I don't know. I just want to, I want to be happy, and I have goals. Like, I want to be a mum, I want to, you know, earn some money, I want to move. So it's that kind of, that drive to have that family life at the end of, you know, as an adult, that kind of drives me, I guess. How did you decide to work as a curve model from now on? I'm gonna have to put that in a separate video, I think. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put that in a separate video, but I will make another video on that. I hope that you've enjoyed this Q&A and it has answered some of your questions. I'm sorry if it was really long. I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I will leave all the links down below. I'll also leave Ryan's down below. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one. Yo!